Welcome to Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast. This is an actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Royalty-free music provided by Kevin MacLeod, Michael Gelfie Studios, Plate Mill Games, and Tabletop Audio. And now, to adventure.
Hello, listeners, and welcome back to the law firm of Trixie, Mixie, Fuzzy, and Roe. Where when we last left our dynamic quadro, they had just spent a little time at the museum, getting a bit of culture, scoping out the joint, and now they are about to get ready for the evening gala, wherein they can finally scope out their actual prize that they are going to be attempting to liberate in order to protect the city.
Liberate.
Yes. So, when we last left everybody, my rather heavy-handed attempt at closing off the session, left everybody having just exited the museum, and they are now standing in the ritzy part of the city. And it's just about, and you've got a couple hours left before the start of the gala.
Okay.
So,
A couple hours, got it.
my little thieves, what would you like to do?
Did I leave with them, or am I still in the potty?
No, they went and collected you.
We need to go get some stuff put together to dress up for the gala, right? And then Fuzzy would like to speak to the lady who he assumes is still making the crystal box at the church, because he wants to figure out more of the shape and size of the egg, so he can start to at least rough up a replica, and then figure if he gets to look at the real thing during the gala, he can paint some final details on his replica.
You do have time. I'm going ahead. This may or may not be similar to words to what I said last time, but I will say that you do have time to make it back to your home base if you wish to have a meeting with what was her name?
I don't think you gave us her name.
Oh, did I not give you her name?
No, you didn't give us the name.
Okay,
I recall.
well,
I don't think I have.
with the pretty lady.
With the pretty lady.
Yeah.
Katie May.
So that would be Fuzzy's objective, is to talk with her and rough up a replica and get it started on painting so he can add more details.
Don't rough up the pretty
if she
lady.
has a thing for him, yeah, so he's already got his own set of dressy clothes because he's big, so getting stuff like that tailored in a day, it's not like he would be getting something new. And he probably would ask anybody who's shopping for fancy stuff to get him a mask or a scarf or something to coordinate the group. Yeah. So
I can get you a mask.
is this divide and conquer, or do we have time to shop for party goods and go back to the church for a bit? Because I thought we were only at the museum for a couple hours.
So, yeah, I'm just going to say you have time to get back to the church to talk to her, and then still be able to grab any supplies that you think you're
Okay,
going to need.
all right, so let's get some party goods and head back to the church so that Fuzzy can work on a replica and we can make our plan.
Okay. So what do we need? I mean, we have fancy clothes, right?
Well, do we need them? Do people
Do we need them, John?
It's a pretty fancy gala. Invitation and all?
I have fancy clothes. It sounds like you have fancy clothes.
I mean, he would
What about
logically
museum
have
fixes?
some already, minus some accessories, because, again, it's hard for him to get stuff made in his size. So if we've been in this line of work for a while, I think he already has the basics. It's just snazzing it up a little bit.
I'm not going to belabor it.
A cummerbund or,
So can we just say we go and we get some fancy clothes? That's it.
What, no Critical Role style shopping festival?
I'd rather not, but it's up to John. I'm not the DM.
All right. Yeah, you don't have too much trouble finding a clothier, but finding one that has something ready-made is is a little bit more difficult. What are we looking at for prices here? I want to say it's like 2 gold for really fancy clothes. For those that need it.
Fuzzy's going to get like a top hat and like a masquerade mask or something, like a party mask. And that's kind of... And maybe like a fancy cummerbund to put on his existing dressy outfit. Yeah.
Is there a thing that actually says fancy clothes?
I think it's fine.
There's fine.
clothes.
I think it's called fine clothes. If you're
Fine
looking in D&D Beyond in the inventory, I think there's something that says fine clothes.
Yeah, here we are, adventure.
To be fair,
Clothes, fine. Oh, 15 gold pieces apiece.
To be fair.
to be fair, unless fine clothes is already in your inventory, you wouldn't necessarily already have it.
That's true.
Yeah.
I do have fine clothes in my inventory.
I mean, I'll shell out for them now. Which then... What's 20%?
Under gear, adventuring gear.
That's
Clothes, fine.
Ooh, 15 gold pieces.
1/5 of that, so 12 is what Fuzzy would actually pay. Okay, fine.
Alright, so take 15 now.
Yeah.
So we go.
I mean, if you guys
Get
want to
some fine
cycle your money through Fuzzy and have
I
him
mean-
do all the buying, he can get them for 12 gold a pop because of his
Okay.
ability.
I mean, they're last year's fashion, but
I would do
you're in a hurry.
so
So
$12.
Yeah.
12. Okay.
12 gold.
12. Alright.
So I've got to take off 12
My
here.
fine clothes makes me look like Stevie Nicks with a mask.
Wow.
I will also go ahead and get the fine clothes.
okay.
Yeah. And I've put in the gold. Okay.
Just getting the notes out. I had notes for names and things like that.
Trixie picks up a nice silvery gray gown with a nice white cloak that covers up her fine white hair.
Cool.
Nope. In that case, you guys go ahead and head on back to the church, passing by the Happy Goat and the Shop of Curiosities that bracket the church. And when you head inside, there's a couple of parishioners there, including sitting at one of the sitting towards the back on one of the benches is no, stop that.
Is Nope Nope? Who's Nope Nope?
Is
And what do
this-
they want?
yeah, is this lady?
Okay.
Well, that's
Oh,
That's a YouTube feed.
John, stop playing videos.
Oh, no.
That's what happens when. Peters.
well, that's the woman who hired us.
And now my
John is
tablet falls
dropping
apart.
things. John's messing up so bad right now.
Oh, I am totally off my
John's
game.
failing.
Totally failing.
We just need to set up a monitor for him.
Yeah, one that faces out so we can see all the.
Why?
all
We
the
don't
stuff.
want to show everybody in the world the look of panic on my face. All right.
Once we start streaming, John.
Promises. All right.
We could just VTube everybody.
I don't even know what that is.
Cartoon character of yourself.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and as she seems to be working on a fairly sizable crystal box,
Right.
working with this paste to try to.
She's
seal up
working on
cracks
her
and
box,
things like
so
that. She's working on
in
it.
church.
Fuzzy goes back to his crafting space and comes out with like several sizes of large wood blanks, like big heavy cubes of wood, and like goes over and sits down and basically, excuse me, miss, I haven't met you yet. But if we're going to be taking something later tonight from a place, I need to have an idea of maybe making something that's a copy of it. I was wondering if you could tell me about size, shape, color.
You're working with she kind of looks around a little nervously. Is there a place that we can talk then?
Come with me.
Okay.
And bring her back to one of our meeting spaces, if that's okay. I don't know if that's a no-no.
Yeah, that's
Hopefully
fine.
Trixie would police that if need be.
Okay. I
He's a bit of a
assume you're
derp.
all there?
So
Yeah, sure.
So, okay. So we can correct one of my first mistakes, and I feel like give you the actual...
Don't tell the listeners you made mistakes.
I made mistakes!
What? Dungeon masters are human? Say it ain't so.
Say,
Those familiar with the adventure will say, "Why didn't you do that?" I'm just saying, well, now I can do that. Okay.
So bring her back to like the kitchen. He offers her banana bread, you know, the whole
So,
9 years.
pumpkin bread.
Pumpkin. Oh,
What was
no?
banana
It was
bread
banana
last
bread
time?
last
I
time.
know,
Oh,
but
can
we
do
made pumpkin bread.
Oh, do we also do pumpkin bread?
I did. Yeah.
She made pumpkin bread.
So we're a bunch of foodies. is
I
what
just
I'm-
want pumpkin
I'm down
bread.
for
That's
that.
all.
Okay. Well, she sits. Okay, so she sits down and says, I don't know if I properly introduced myself last time. Didn't really get the chance. I'm Dr. Danelle, and I work with the with them at the museum in their archaeology department. And when that egg came through, I knew pretty much right away exactly what it was. But since nobody would listen to me, that's kind of why I'm here. And I believe I explained earlier that, that egg is going to be hatching tonight. So I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have about that.
Oh, can you provide me with a drawing that accurately depicts the size and shape and coloring so I can start to create a copy?
I can give you a rough drawing of what it looked like, but as for how heavy it was or anything like that, I didn't actually get a chance to handle the stone myself, so I couldn't tell you that.
She didn't touch the stones.
And she didn't
Working
touch
at the
stone.
museum, do you know anything about how are there weighted alarms that we should be concerned about?
Unfortunately, I was kind of fired from my position in the museum over this, so I didn't get a chance to actually see what they have in place for...
Hopefully we will get to see the item itself on display this evening at the gala so we can figure more out
picture of
about
the
that
stone
then.
itself.
So, lady, is there a time frame that we have on getting this egg before it hatches?
It'll be hatching about midnight tonight.
Exactly midnight?
That's kind of the way these things work, yes.
Oh.
I assume you provide her with some drawing utensils and stuff.
Yeah, he's got
So
all that.
she draws a picture looking kind of like that.
Okay.
That's not an egg. That's a blob.
So him
So
with his...
it looks like a rock, a green rock.
It looks
him
like a
with
rock.
his woodcarver's tools, he
cool.
starts roughing that up in like the heaviest, densest piece of wood that he has. And he starts, once he's done with the roughing up of the shape, then he starts at least giving it a basic coat of green to match the drawings that he's been provided. And he's proficient with painter's tools, so he's going to fine tune that later.
The question is whether or not you'll have time to finish that up because it's
Well, he's not planning on swapping it at the gala. He's planning on swapping it after. So that's,
Okay.
yeah.
But do you have time to, like, will we have time after the gala to come back here and finish
I mean,
an egg?
he's
and
going to bring...
get back and
He's going to bring it in his pack to the event and figure that I guess that's where we need to make the plan. Are we coming back to the church after the gala? How far a walk is it? Half hour, 20 minutes, 15?
I think I gave a rather long time, but a walk between here and there it's a pretty big city. I'm going to say about 45 minutes to an hour. I think
Oh,
is roughly
so
what I
it's
said last time.
walkable.
I don't think that we're going to be leaving the gala and coming back.
So he
and
would
going back.
basically bring... I mean, that
My
means...
guess is the gala will likely go towards the later hours.
6 to 8,
She's,
I think.
well, remember what I said earlier, that since this is a fancy gala, what you're going to be able to bring in is going to be rather limited. They're not going to allow any large bags or anything.
Do
like
they
that.
have storage lockers outside? I would assume people who bring purses or something need to have a place where they can check them.
Did we see them when we were just there?
I don't know.
That's it.
Did we?
So, no, this is just an exhibit museum, so they don't. I mean, it's not really something that most people need. So no, they don't really have any storage lockers like that.
Well,
mean,
it seems like you're going to have to pull some sleight
Well,
of hand to get that egg in
if
there.
we're going to bring our supplies, this map that you drew has a loading dock. Is there a way that we could possibly leave a crate with certain essentials out there maybe before?
I mean, there is a basement the loading dock does go down into the basement.
Yes, because
And the basement's mostly used for just general storage.
Knowing the talents of the group, Fuzzy says, Ro, did you get any impressions of people who could possibly help you to gain access to drop supplies in advance if we need to?
I'm afraid not, darling.
I thought you did get the worker.
I saw somebody, Ro saw somebody
Yeah.
going in and out of there.
Okay.
Yes, Ro also saw all the guards, et cetera, et cetera. There's no specific person. I mean, you need to be a little more specific, I guess. I'm not...
Well, I don't know what it takes
I'm
to
not
get
sure.
in and out
Chris
of
is
the
not sure what you're asking.
I don't know what it takes to get in and out of the loading dock if we wanted to put something.
Neither does
Someone just
myself
mentioned
or
a
Ro.
basement. So are we trying to stage stuff
the
in the
doctor just
basement?
mentioned that the loading dock goes into the basement.
And that goes into the basement, okay.
I would think we're not going to bring our weapons in, but we would ideally want to have them somewhere in case we need them.
I was just planning on going and having some fun, darling. I'm not sure what your plan is exactly.
Well, what is our plan?
To go and case the joint again at the gala, check things out, and then prepare once it's over to go back in and steal the egg.
I mean,
As far as I know,
painter
right?
supplies are not weapons. So, I mean, if he's allowed to bring in anything that's not a weapon, he can just have, like, you know...
Why would anybody be bringing painter supplies into a fancy gala?
I don't know.
It would probably draw attention.
Yeah.
Well, I believe the plan is to go to the gala and smoosh,
Smooth, yes.
check out the display, see what it's going to take to get the egg, and scope out the joint. Basically, get a very good lay of the land of the actual exhibit, since we couldn't get in there this
Right.
afternoon. And come back after everybody's left to actually pull off the
But
job.
we don't have time to get back to the church and back and still do that and get back to the church to lock it up after. So my point is that anything we might need to do the job that we can't bring in the gala, we may need to hide in an inconspicuous location near it.
What sort of... I know you're probably going to make this up off the top of your head, John, and that's totally cool, but what sort of businesses are around the museum? Like the buildings that are immediately adjacent across the streets? Are there cafes? Are there... I imagine it's probably not residential. It's probably business.
Actually, being a museum and sort of a cultural center, it actually is situated in an area where actually it is mostly, mansions of the rich.
Oh, it is?
And well-to-do.
Okay.
So not too much in the way of actual shops and stuff in the area, because it's not a market area.
Okay, gotcha. That's interesting. So Ro suggests perhaps as we approach the museum, we could find some sort of an alley or some place nearby where we could stash a bag of weapons.
And supplies.
Yes, sure.
This replica that I've started, that I ideally should paint a little more detail if we're going to use it, if we need it.
I understand, darling.
Well, I would think that there would be at least some garbage dumpsters there that one could use for hiding things.
Right, or a planter, or there has to be something in a wealthy area.
May even just be able to stash it in a crate on the loading dock.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
John, were any of the people that I saw in the museum that were coming to and from the gemstone exhibit, were they coming from or going to the loading dock?
Not. I mean, the loading dock is pretty far away from where the being in the basement, as opposed to the second floor. So you didn't really
There's
see
no direct correlation.
You don't have a direct correlation.
Okay.
To you, it just looked like just some people bringing in, like some basic foodstuffs and stuff like that.
Okay.
Things to fancy up.
We could probably approach the gala from the general area of the loading dock and see. There's most likely going to be some sort of catering staff
Workers going in and out.
or workers going in and out that we might be able to easily slip some sort of crate that would blend in into the loading dock area.
That's a good idea, darling. Yes, that sounds great.
Fuzzy has thought about whether he should hide out with the catering staff or something, but given I've painted myself in a corner by saying that I'm a frequent patron of the museum, that probably wouldn't go very far. So, oops. Because he's an 8-foot-tall bugbear, and there's only so much you can do to disguise that.
But if you say he's frequent, maybe he could be someone that works as a part of the culinary staff for events at the museum.
I think he might be able to talk himself into that position. We'll see if my dice want to roll anything higher than 5 this week, because they didn't last week. I mean, otherwise, he certainly, probably half the guards know him. He probably knows half of them by name. It's an interesting benefit and challenge, depending on how we think about it. Whoa.
Okay, so we'll follow Mixie's lead.
Trixie.
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 I'm Trixie, dear.
And I'm Nixie dear.
Whichever one of these two people is leading.
So M is closer to G, and T is closer to S.
To your butt and your face.
And your mom.
And your mouth. So we'll follow Sarah's lead.
Trixie.
Overhead.
I'm a trickster.
That's true.
Okay.
I'm going to get the minis.
So, I mean, do you get changed for the gala now before you go, or
Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah, I would say we get changed before we go.
Funny is going to be changing on the loading dock.
And curiously, as Mixie's changing her clothes, she pulls her hair off, and it's white.
Oh.
I had the personal theory that she had stolen somebody's weave because she thought it was so gorgeous that she's like, I have to have this.
I ain't got no weave.
And then, of course, when she's dressed, she puts the red hair back.
Some fancy lady's wig that was just too pretty to pass up.
Okay. So you head on back to the museum. It's a little bit of a walk, but not a
Sapphire
problem.
and Sapphire 2.0.
The sun just sets as you are. It's 6 o'clock. It's still a little time to sunset, but not much. As you approach the museum, it is just about 6 o'clock, ready for the gala to start. You are once again faced with the facade of the Varkin Bluff Museum of Natural History and its enormous columns and elegant archways. This time, however, the entrance is a bit more bustling with people in much fancier clothes. Nobody that you recognize at this point.
Not even his dwarf friend?
Dr. Stonecrusher?
Now, to be clear, if we're approaching the loading dock first, are we even looking at the main facade, or
Well,
do we have to start there and kind of go around the side, right? Okay.
I mean, at this point, if
I didn't know what
wish
the
to circle
rows were
around
like.
the museum, have a look at the museum.
Yeah.
We do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Yes.
Okay. So, you kind of nobody's really paying attention to you because it's everybody's all full up on
Because
themselves.
who the heck are we?
Right. So you don't have any problem just kind of taking a moment to step away from the crowd and do a little circumnavigation of the museum. It takes you a few minutes. You don't have any difficulty finding the entrance to the loading dock around back.
Is it this one?
Yes, that is the basement there, and it's the big double doors right there.
Yes.
Yep. The grounds themselves are pretty well kept for being a nicely grass. One particular corner of
Nice
the
job.
of the plot of land boasts a copse of trees.
Tracts of land.
And so it's okay. And so, yeah, you now have a good general layout of the outside of the museum.
Okay.
Looking around the loading dock, what kind of hustle and bustle is going on over there?
Not much at this point, actually. It looks like there was some recent activity around there, but it looks like it's pretty much cleaned up at this point.
Is the loading dock, like, doors open? Is it shut? Are there doors going in?
The doors are shut at this time.
Okay,
And
so there's no way in from that area?
They're sliding doors.
Are they locked?
Do you go up and
Yes.
start rattling them?
There's my mastermind.
The doors are locked at this point.
Okay, are they, like, approachable on foot, or are they like a loading dock in our world where it's, like
6
at a
feet off the
truck
ground.
height?
Yeah, they're approachable on foot.
Okay. I would like to go up to the doors and see if I can, okay. Mixie, dear, do you think you might be able to, give a try to unlock these doors?
Why, certainly, Trixie. That would be fun.
Thank you, dear.
All right. You wish to attempt to unlock the doors?
Sure.
So then are you proficient
Give
with
give me a. Let's see. I'm assuming you're proficient.
She's a rogue.
Yeah.
Are
Well,
you
sleight of hand
proficient?
and lock pickers tools both would yield advantage, right?
Correct.
That's, yeah,
If you have,
so-
yeah, correct. I need a dexterity check from you with, like I said, with at advantage because I assume you have both lockpicking tools and sleight of hand.
I have sleight of hand. Does that include in thieves' tools?
Thieves' tools.
You have thieves' tools and sleight of hand are two different things. If you have one or the other, then you can add your proficiency bonus. If you have both, then you can add your proficiency bonus with advantage.
Okay.
He's looking at proficiencies, and he has thieves' tools listed in his proficiencies.
Awesome.
Okay.
So he should be able to get advantage.
And his dex mod. So, yeah.
Let's see. So 16 plus 7, 22.
22. You don't. You have no particular trouble unlocking these doors.
Simple.
Nice.
I knew you could do it, dear.
Rogue got a rogue.
You're such a best
So with the
sister.
door unlocked, I think we will very, very carefully, like, slide them open just a little bit to take a peek inside.
As you attempt to open the doors, you notice that the hinges are in very bad repair,
Great.
and the doors do not easily budge.
So, I mean, is it like... It's going to make a lot of noise if we try to open it?
They'll probably make noise, and it's going to require a strength check.
Fuzzy, dear,
Yes, ma'am.
do you mind helping me with this?
I try to stay on lookout for, like, I don't know if there were
It's going
guards
to be
walking
noisy.
around.
Do we have it? Does anybody have something to oil these with before we try to move them?
I have one.
I'm up to the strength.
Do you have oil?
I do.
You do?
Are there guards walking around the building, John?
No, not that you can see.
They're probably not
Okay.
worried about the building.
All
I'm
right.
still going to keep a lookout for
Yeah.
Can't hurt.
people being like, hey, those people over there
What
doing?
the hell are they doing in those fine clothes, like fucking around with
Nixie, if
the
you can-
loading dock?
Treat these a bit. I can attempt to move one of these just slightly.
I give her some oil.
Oil,
I
God.
give Fuzzy some oil then.
Okay, so you use it. So use some oil.
All right. So then that would be strength athletics. Right.
Correct.
I say, Trixie dear, can you help me with some luck? I know sometimes you help me to be more lucky.
Oh, yeah, I think I can. I'm going to cast guidance on you.
Okay.
Because I'm trying not to burn one of my rages right now. Although I
What,
can if I have
what,
to.
how does the new guidance play out?
So I touch a willing creature and choose a skill until the spell
She
ends.
touches you.
The creature adds 1d4 to any ability check using the chosen skill. So I cast guidance on your strength.
Okay.
That's Is it skill only?
It says skill.
This is a check, not a skill.
Right,
This
which
is
would
a-
be athletics, right?
Oh, yes, you're right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you
That's
pass.
technically a skill.
Yes.
Okay, DM John.
Excuse me. All right.
It's a skill check.
So Fuzzy braces himself against one of the doors and tries it out. I swear to God. That makes no rolls this campaign above a 5, 4, 9. So he tries once. I'm assuming nothing happens.
You try, but even with the oil, you stop quickly because it started to make some rather shrill sounds, and you just
okay.
can't quite
Even with the oil.
get it past the...
It turns to Trixie and says, "Is it important? Do you want me to try to move it now or wait till later?"
How badly do we want to try to get this stuff inside?
Well, are there crates out here on the dock?
No.
Are there shrubberies?
Is there like anything else that we could use? My thinking was not that we would try to get it in the building, but that we would try to get it, somewhere just outside that was
Yeah.
hidden.
If it's surrounded by bushes, you can just throw it in the bush.
I'll throw you in a bush.
A trash dumpster, exactly like Mixie said.
Okay, well, looking around...
With our dice, it's going to get... The trash is going to go out before we get it.
looking around the back of the museum, you do... there is that copse of trees that I mentioned. Not too far away.
Copse of trees. Okay.
Trees, not bushes.
Trees, not bushes. But that's about all you see.
I mean, it's up to you guys. I can try harder to move it. I have the means.
Maybe try one more time and then.
Let's try one more time, and I'll give you I will try with you.
I will allow
Okay.
that since you're getting help.
Okay. All right, so then with advantage because of helping. Okay, thank you. That's better. And we're still guided, so let's try it that way. That way I don't have to burn a rage. Thank you. That's much better. That's way better. Okay, so 12, 16 plus
Trixie's stronger than she looks.
plus 5, 21.
Okay, this time the oil has had a little bit of time to soak in, and you are able to crack the door open a little bit without making much noise.
It's well lubricated.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Or sir, I don't know what she would go, or they would go by, right? It's like,
Trixie nods their head uncomfortably at the ma'am.
yeah.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, person.
Fuzzy. And I'm going to take a peek to see what's going on in there.
Okay. You do take a peek inside. You basically
An
see...
eyeball staring back.
You look inside, and you do indeed see boxes and crates that are piled up in groups.
Okay. So if we can get it open enough to slide our stuff in there and then close the door.
Like find a crate that's empty,
Yeah.
or
Well, I assume that we kind of brought it in a box.
Or
sure,
you
yeah.
bought it in a box.
Or we'll find an empty crate. That's fine with me, too. Yeah.
yeah, either way.
So you want to go inside?
Yes.
Dangerous. Who are our most sneaky sneaks to do the sneaking?
Roll will stay outside.
I'm going to send Mixie in to stash the stuff.
I mean, if it's something we're helping each other would be beneficial. I don't know if that's the case here. Interestingly, Fuzzy is proficient in stealth. And he's not terrible at it.
I was just thinking we were going to slide it in the door and close the door.
Right? I don't hate that either. Whatever people want to do.
Greg, don't you have expertise and stuff?
I mean, we have a rogue for a reason, so.
I have stealth, sleight of hand.
You do. I can see it from here. You have expertise in
Chris
stuff.
is like, I asked the question, but I already knew the answer.
I'm only rolling.
I'm gonna
plus
retcon a small detail.
Okay.
The loading dock had not seen any sign of activity. They were taking in
The front.
the supplies from someplace else.
Oh, okay. So it didn't look like there was bustle at
Right.
any time. Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
If that changes anything, any of your decisions.
I'll sneak it in.
Yeah, we're still going to sneak it in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, who goes in?
Mixie, please.
Mixie goes in? Okay. Mixie. All right. So you're going to start poking around for, like, just a box to put things in?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Mixie. So you slip into the basement and start poking around for a relatively empty box for things to stash in.
She might be twirling a little bit around.
A little bit. Well, it seems you twirled around a little bit too much and poked the wrong box, and suddenly your hand is stuck.
Oh.
What?
Really?
Yes.
Stuck in the
You-
box?
Now, stuck to a box,
Oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
just as the eyes on the box.
Oh,
open up. Everybody roll initiative.
Wow.
We're not even in there.
Well, Fuzzy was
Now,
with
position
Fuzzy was
yourself
waiting
roughly in the middle
outside.
there.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody else is still
gracious.
outside.
Dag nabbit. Tricks
Well, let's
are
see.
for kids.
Ro was on the lookout.
And so was Fuzzy,
Fuzzy and-
because he knows people. He was trying to peek through, figuring he could
Fuzzy
create
and
a cover
Trixie
story
were at the
if
door,
need be.
so
Oh my
I think that
goodness
makes sense.
gracious.
Does the DM agree?
All right,
That's good.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. Middle of the pack. Middle of the pack.
All right.
All right, what you got, Mixie?
I have a preliminary 10, but I might ask someone if they would trade their initiative with me.
Okay, well, let's see what we got. Trixie?
11.
11. Fuzzy?
14.
14. And Ro?
17.
17.
And I will switch places with
And you will switch places.
with Mixie.
Okay, so you have a 10 and Mixie has a 17.
That's a new rogue feature, right?
It's a feature of my criminal background
Okay.
called Alert.
I thought I read about that. That's very cool.
11.
I think alert is a feat that you get from your background. That
Yeah.
gives you that. Yeah.
Mixie is 17.
I don't know if I've ever fought a mimic before.
Fuzzy.
Yes, we did in the tomb.
In the Tomb of Annihilation. Did we?
It was a very strange fight. It was over like a chasm.
Huh.
You and I cheesed the SHIT out of it with our monk abilities because I was basically able to run around the walls to go over to
Oh,
where,
yes, that's right. That's right.
I think Brian had gotten.
And I
or
think
no,
I commented at that time that I had never fought a mimic.
Someone had gotten themselves stuck to the chest. I don't
Yeah, yeah,
remember. I
yeah.
think it was
So-
Brian.
I did it high to low this way when I was DM so that the people out here could see which way the initiative was going.
All right. Well, the mimic kind of sucked. So, okay. Starting with Mixie. Squish.
All right. So I'm going to stab it.
So you happen to have. So, yep, since you still have.
You have all the
You have
weapons.
all the weapons.
But now, is one of his hands stuck?
One of your hands are stuck.
So you can't make your two attacks, Greg.
Okay, so it's just one.
It's just the short
Oh,
sword.
and you are also grappled.
Oh, okay.
So it just means your speed's 0. There's no effect
Which I'm not
otherwise.
going
Yeah.
anywhere. So I'm on attack.
Yeah, you have options to attack. You have options to try to get away. Whatever you like to do.
All right, so that's terrible, actually.
Greg, we still got to sage your dice, man.
Yeah. So it's 10 to hit.
That misses.
Okay.
You try to stab the mimic, but it just kind of bounces off the wooden shell of its exoskeleton that it currently has.
And that was my turn.
Your attack.
Okay. I thought there was something in the rogue stuff where you got like another. Am I?
One of her hands is
Yeah.
stuck.
Yeah, so I lost that other
He's
attack.
only one-handed.
Okay. That's what it was. Just that the offhand attack no longer took your bonus action, right, or something like that. Okay, now I remember.
I wasn't expecting you guys to run.
Trixie! Help me!
Whispers. Stage whispers.
Yes.
Yes. We can just use the little markers, the little.
And she's saying all kinds of swears.
The bloody markers?
Yeah, which I don't have.
Oh, right. Bloody markers. Out of
All right. This dice is retired for now.
Okay. 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 All right. So that is turn for Mixie. Fuzzy, you're next.
Alright, so...
You definitely see what's going on.
He says, bloody hell, I'm going to have to speak to the guards about this. And he grunts and rages and goes running in there. And can he just attempt to basically rip her away from it?
You can take the help action, yes.
But he can't, with his own strength, try to drag her away?
But that's what the help action is. In this particular case. The help action can be used as kind of a generic thing. You are helping her to get away. So you can use your strength athletics to attempt to pull her off of
Oh,
the
okay, all right. Okay, yeah. Okay, so then with his rage, he's got advantage on that. So then he's going to try to pull her away so that we can end this fight as quickly and quietly as possible.
Okay. Make a strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics. Actually, in this particular case,
out to the alley. We'll
strength
kill the
athletics.
mimic out
I
there.
don't think a dexterity would be
Strength.
a good idea.
That's what he would be doing anyway.
Right.
This makes sense. So, am I still within the 1 minute timer of having her, or did you already guide him? And
Guidance doesn't work that way
It's
anymore.
not a time
Yeah.
limit thing. It's a one-time use.
that's right.
Yep.
Okay, so there we go. Alright, so come on, dice. Someone roll good. We got 2 12s, that's pretty solid. So plus for athletics, it's going to be a 17.
17, okay. With some rage-fueled muscles, you grab hold of Mixie around the waist, and you basically just rip her hand right off of her arm, off of the box. So yeah, you are now free of the mimic.
Okay.
Thanks, Fuzzy.
So I say, we should try to stash our stuff and get out of here.
Just drag the mimic out into the... drag the mimic into the alleyway. We'll kill it out here.
Well, or we just leave it. I mean,
Are we just
Okay.
are the people walking by the back?
No, there's nobody around.
There's nobody around. Okay, that's good.
So okay, we're still in initiative. So
Okay.
long conversations really aren't kind of the thing.
yeah. So I mean,
so
he just
Trixie-
pulls her back with enough room that we could get out the door and just leave it all if we want to. Find another box somewhere and
Okay,
stash
so
it.
she drags you
Yeah.
to space 5 feet away.
Yeah.
Trixie, you see all that happen.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah, something like that. He's like,
He said
What is your decision?
5 feet away.
Okay, so
What is Trixie doing?
Good.
Is Trixie...
It's not my turn yet.
Oh, Rose next.
Oh, Rose. Oh, okay. I was looking at this list. What this list? What is Rose doing?
I don't know. It's not my turn yet.
What is Ro doing?
Herb.
Ro, you hear a bit of a kerfuffle behind you,
Okay.
but nobody's actually said anything yet. So
Right. I mean, I may have heard some sort of a.
Oh, you heard Rose say, or you heard Fuzzy say "bloody hell" as he went running in the door.
Yes.
Okay. So Rogue kind of rolls their eyes and is like, "What have we gotten into now?" And walks over to the door and looks through just to see what's happening.
so that's 15 feet of movement. You look in, and you see a very obviously animated little box with Fuzzy's hands around
Dragging.
Mixie's waist, dragging her away.
Okay. I'm going to take the ready action
Okay.
and I'm going to ready to use Mind Sliver on the Mimic if it makes an attack roll on me or any of my friends.
Okay. He takes the ready action. Trixie, are you doing anything for this round?
I'll step back a little bit just so I can have room for Trixie to get through. As long as I can still see the Mimic.
Yep.
Okay.
I am going to cast Sacred Flame at the Mimic.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
And now we
Go
find
ahead
out
and
if the
cast Sacred
museum
Flame
has
at the-
wards.
Some of these red lights go off. Then when the guards come running.
No wonder my list is wrong, because it is supposed to be Trixie before Ro, because Trixie has 11 and Ro has a 10.
Yeah, oh well.
Oh, well. Figure that out.
No big.
No big. Yeah, so.
I don't think that would have affected my turn anyway.
No.
I would still do that, so.
Play good DM, John. All right.
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
please.
dexterity saving throw for a mimic
mimic.
is pretty pathetic.
I imagine it has a pretty low dex.
I
Yeah,
just
it's not
rolled
too
like shit,
low.
so.
That's okay. He got a 7.
7 does not beat a 13.
7 does not be 13.
So that will be for 2 radiant damage.
2 radiant damage.
Darling.
Oh, level 1 characters. Doink!
Okay.
2 points of damage.
A D8 can roll real hot, or it can roll 2.
Okay.
Anything can roll real hot
Right.
or a 2.
Sure. Accurate.
Especially in my hand.
It's the cantrips, when you get to that level 5 jump, that's where things get pretty sweet.
Okay, so the mimic does. The mimic kind of winces in pain, then eyes its closest victim, which is still Mixie, and does move forward to attack Mixie.
Here.
All right. So row.
So
That triggers row.
Once
yes.
it attacks,
so it will be.
I'm not sure if what I do interrupts.
I think it unleashes
Well,
the
let's
spell as it
see.
starts the attack, but it's been a
So
while since we've
you
done
do
it.
see him start to attack. So your ready action goes off
Take your reaction right after the trigger finishes,
right after the trigger finishes.
or ignore the trigger. I mean, it hasn't. I mean, it has to make an attack roll first.
Okay,
So
well-
I would say that you resolve the attack, and then I will use my attack.
Okay, so he swings AC 14 at Mixie, which meets it, so beats it. Okay. She's will take 2 points of damage from the bite attack.
Okay.
That was a pretty pathetic one.
Chomp, chomp,
Oh, sorry.
literally chomp.
It's 2 different types of damage. That was... I take... Ooh. That's a whole lot more painful.
Uh-oh.
We don't like that.
10 points of piercing damage and
Ow.
2 points of acid damage.
Oh,
Ow.
down.
What?
Yeah, I have like 7 hit points.
Oh no.
That would drop me.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're level 1.
Oh no.
So I'm,
But you're still not but you're not grappled. He didn't stick to it.
I'm unconscious, so.
That's interesting.
But that's all it has. So we're back to Mixie, who's unconscious. Make your death save.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, that's right. Hang on. Mind Sliver goes off.
So it attacks one of us.
Yep.
So after the trigger resolves, which
Yep.
is the attack, it must make a DC 13 intelligence saving throw.
Are they intelligent?
Also really bad at that.
Good.
Gets a 10.
10.
Fail.
Takes 2 psychic damage.
Oh my goodness.
No! Yoink! Poke! 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 Poke!
The mimic's like, I do 12. Sarah and I are like 2.
A mimic for level 1 characters is an interesting fight. That's for sure.
That's why I was really curious as to why they put this in here, but I figured I'd roll with it.
Risk and reward, man. Risk and reward.
Figure they
right?
know more than I do.
You decided to be sneaky
I could be wrong.
pants.
It also gets, if this comes up, you subtract the d4 from the next saving throw that it makes.
Okay.
So if you do Sacred Flame again, it'll get a minus d4 on the save. Okay. So I take that ready action and then continue.
Go ahead, make your roll, Mixie.
Is this
It's just the number grid.
It's just the
16?
number. Okay, you pass.
So that's a pass.
You
So that's your first saving throw.
First success.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I took Spare the Dying.
Well, that's good because I feel like I'm going to need
For a reason.
Oh my.
Fuzzy, what would you like to do?
So he is going to grab out his great axe from the bag that's sitting right there on the ground by his unconscious buddy. And standing right where he is, because he's long-limbed, he's going to go, that's enough of this. And go, bwah.
Slam it. Okay, make your attack roll.
Let the bears be bears.
How that works. A great axe.
Y'all bears.
And that's a d12.
Bugbears.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Slam the axe quietly.
Right. There we go. Come on, money. Alright. Okay. AC 20 to hit.
That will hit.
And then that's gonna be, let's see here, that base damage plus what do I get for rage? Rage. Rage damage column. Oh man, I don't have that shit memorized yet. Great. Strength advantage. Okay, sorry, I better look at. Hope that table's in features and traits. Because. What a pain in the. Great.
What are you looking for?
The barbarian table for 2024 that has the rage damage.
It's probably plus 2 to start, I would think.
I don't know. Usually. Rage damage. When you make an attack using strength, weapon, or unarmed, deal damage to that target, you gain a bonus to that damage that increases as you gain levels, shown in the rage damage column of the barbarian features table. So apparently I need to add that to my notes, because that's not... 17, because I rolled max damage, so 17 bludgeoning.
Nice.
Or actually, slashing, because it's a great axe.
It seems to take all of it.
Okay, and there's no other targets to cleave.
Okay.
And then I don't think... I'm just going to use the bonus action to continue my rage.
Okay.
So, although I made an attack, so I don't have to use the bonus action to do that. But I'm not 2-weapon fighting, so yeah, okay. So, there, and then he is dragging someone an action, or is that like, he could do that with his movement, it's just halved?
That is a good question as to whether or not they changed any of that. But I seem to remember that it was actually specifically addressed.
Because if he can just pull her away, he will. Otherwise, he's going to put himself between her and the mimic.
Yeah.
I wasn't even sure if it moved. The other mimic that we fought was like on a ledge, somewhere where it couldn't move.
Yeah.
This being my second time fighting a mimic, I'm like, do they actually have speed?
They have a movement speed.
They have little limbs that they pop out.
Little
tentacles.
pseudopods
They
and
jump
stuff.
along.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gross.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pushing, dragging, and lifting. A person can push, drag, or lift up to 30 times their strength score. However, if pushing or dragging something over there, their speed is reduced to 5 feet. So, what's your strength score?
His strength score is
I have here
16, and not only that, but he can drag twice as much because he can carry a capacity up to that. That's appropriate for a large creature.
33. Okay, so
yeah,
you're strong enough that you have.
he can
no
actually
problem.
drag like up to 1,000 pounds because he's a large creature. So
Then he has no trouble. Okay.
You said he was a medium creature.
He's a medium creature, but he has a carrying capacity and a drag capacity of a large creature because bugbears rock. So that's part of
It's a
why he's
bugbear
a
feature.
wonderful build for a heist. Because if we've got a heavy heist, he's your man.
That's how Kate min-maxed for this game.
Well, hey, honestly, that's the role.
Yeah.
That is the role of the heavy.
Point of the heavy, right?
That's the role of the heavy. So in that case,
Why did you have me take a picture if you're just going to take a picture anyway?
Because I want more angles.
So if
I'll
it's
give you more
possible,
angles
does
in
he
your
even have a movement
face.
penalty 'cause of
That's
his
the only
strength?
thing. As far as I can tell, no, it does not.
Okay, so he is going to drag her out the door to Trixie.
Okay. So the two of you are okay, so you drag yourself out of the door.
Okay.
You have the movement to do it, even if you have to move through your ally. You can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can cheese through allies now.
Yeah, you can cheese
Yeah.
through your allies without having to move.
Yeah. Well, he can doubly, triply so because bugbear. So yeah. That's
Okay.
So, there
So
we go.
Fuzzy has dragged Mixie out of
Okay.
the thing. That is technically involuntary movement, and does not provoke an opportunity attack.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
In fact, he's even going to drag her away from the door if he's got the movement.
Because we must be technically correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do you wish to do anything, Trixie?
Yeah, I'm going to spare the dying.
Okay. Spare the dying. You are stabilized. You don't have to make any saves anymore.
So that brings you back, yeah. It makes you completely stable. You don't need to make any more death saves.
Someone's got prestidigitation to clean up our dress clothes because
So how's
Where
This
are
is
you in
not James
relation to
Bond.
him now, Sarah?
It has a range of 15 feet, so
nice.
I don't have to move at all.
Awesome.
so how do I do that on D&D Beyond? To just
Put your hit points back at 1.
Well,
Okay.
is that how it stabilizes?
It doesn't, but if you put your hit points back at 1, it'll then allow you to put them back to 0, so that it'll clear your death saves.
okay, there you go. Oh no.
Then just give yourself three successes.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
Okay.
Or at least it used to work that way.
Okay. So
Okay.
Similar to rolling a nat
That
20.
was Trixie. Yep. Ro, do you wish to do anything?
Let's see. What would I like to do? I mean, the thing is still hostile, right? And-
It hasn't had a chance to go yet, so it still
Right.
itself out.
Okay. I will use Mind Sliver on it again. So it makes a DC 13 intelligence save.
9.
9.
No!
9.
9!
Takes another 2
Oh my god.
psychic damage.
You gotta get a different D6 there.
I'm going to move a little further away.
Ro needs some rainbow sparkle dice or something.
top
to
around
suit his
3.
personality. Their personality.
Let's see. I think there were rules to try to get back up to 1 hit point.
If you roll a 20, you get 1 hit point on your death save.
I just say, but what if she's not making death save anymore?
It takes like an hour or something before
Yeah.
they regain a hit point, and then they become conscious. As far as I know, like there's no way for a person who's unconscious to make themselves become conscious unless they wait like an hour.
Without some kind of healing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Without some kind of healing.
Okay, so but you're stable, so you don't have to do anything. From inside, you suddenly hear a couple of voices. One saying, what is going on down there? What is that?"
Oh no. Well, this is gone.
Where did this come from? And then you hear a shrill whistle.
Oh no.
Quick, close the door.
Just drag her away.
My turn went.
Well, we've already
passed.
dragged her.
Right.
Yeah.
Away from
So we're
the
just
door.
going to pick her up on our shoulders and do like Weekend at Bernie's and make it look like she's awake and normal.
Well, you don't see anything yet.
Yeah, you're not by the door. They can't see you.
Yeah.
Are we still?
Yeah,
Are we
but-
still in initiative order?
That depends. Are you going to continue attacking?
No.
No.
I mean, it's yeah.
Then
As comical as it is, yeah, he feels a little bad about leaving this thing alive that's going to like paste whatever poor Mook goes down into that basement, but also we've been discovered and the whole job could go sideways. So
It's the guard's issue now.
the job is the job.
Okay.
okay.
So Fuzzy, like before his rage stops, he like pushes
Push the door closed. Okay, we're out of initiative then. And
and then we pick
from
up.
behind the muffled door, you hear a bit more,
Yeah.
a couple of more whistles and more footsteps coming down the stairs that you saw inside there.
You know what's the problem?
Sounds of some fighting.
There's a bunch of equipment that's still in there. That's a problem.
I'm assuming that the bag was still on
I
her.
thought you grabbed it all when you.
Oh,
went
if it was
out.
on her, then yeah. If she was wearing it, then I dragged her out with it. Absolutely.
We're the worst heisters ever.
Apparently.
Our master thief who goes waltzing around like it's party time, and
dancing around in there.
the area.
I'm just standing over my sister going, "Oh, Mixie, Mixie, Mixie." And I put my hand on her shoulder and I cast Cure Wounds.
So you get some hit points back.
What do you want from me?
Fuzzy quickly escorts everybody to like at least be in an alley or something further away where it doesn't look like we're right next to the museum building. So we
Seriously? I roll a 1 and a 2,
All
Wait for Robin.
so that's 6.
It's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing.
Surprisingly, she's not bloody.
Who has prestidigitation, really?
Okay.
Because unless we're James Bond, our
No,
clothes
I
are
don't
not
think
nice
anybody
anymore.
has prestidigitation.
I don't.
Come on, wizard.
I didn't see that as an important spell. Anytime I've ever taken it, it was never used, ever, except to like make somebody go, "Ooh, those pretty lights," in like Curse of Strahd or something.
I definitely plan on taking it, but I didn't quite squeeze it into my first level build.
It was
Yeah.
I hear you.
more important things at the time.
Like surviving heists.
So.
Oh god.
Okay. So you're still standing there behind the doors. Inside, you still hear the sounds of battle.
I think-
You still.
No, we're moving
We're
away.
moving away,
from the museum.
like into an alley or something where we can pop out on the road and not look like we were just right next to the museum. Like Fuzzy, who knows this area and is not a stranger to this gig, at least knows enough.
We don't have to overthink this
Yeah.
one. I mean, you're in the middle of a city. People come in and out of weird places all the time.
Right. So
With weird people.
Yes.
Looks at Fuzzy.
All right. So you're heading back to the front entrance.
Well, we still have all of our equipment.
Where-
We can't go inside. As long as
I
we have our
mean-
equipment, we can't go inside.
could we hide it with the copse of trees? Could we hide it? Find another bin or box? Or
Why don't we just have somebody stay outside and hold all of our equipment, and then hang out there until
I
the
mean,
gala's over?
Fuzzy is probably our worst investigator. So if you want me to do that, he can.
We'll take.
What do you think,
kind of take you out of the role.
Although
Are you okay
Miss-
with that?
I mean,
Although Misty is very hurt.
Makes it, yeah.
I mean, it's up to. I mean, Mixie in theory is our best investigator, though, or one of them.
6 of 10. Okay, not bloodied.
No.
What's how knowing our group, because we've been in business for a while?
I mean,
how good are you at like perception and investigation? Because I am shit.
I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say, even though you took a hard hit, you're able to adjust your clothing so that it doesn't no apparent signs of
Fussy
damage.
paints over blood.
And since you're not bloody, you can clean yourself
I
up.
fixed my hair into an elaborate hairstyle again.
So you're presentable.
I mean, we usually wear like cloaks, and
Yeah.
I believe we made it known that Mixie likes to wear dark clothing anyway.
So yeah. So that's a non-issue.
All right.
So I mean, Fuzzy can stay outside because he's the best known at the museum anyway. And I mean, if someone questions him outside, he can talk them up because he knows everybody, right? But
Yeah.
otherwise, it's probably best for him not to be. I mean, arg. He needs to investigate the rock, though, if he's going to make a replica, assuming we end up needing that for the heist.
Well, Ro has a date, so Ro's definitely going in.
Yes.
And I'm the schmoozer,
Yeah.
so I have to go in.
It's like I didn't roll a terrible rolls.
I mean, if one of you, Fuzzy basically says, if one of you can look at the case and the egg and tell me what you see.
Definitely.
Lots of detail, all the colors. I need all the information you can get.
Darling, I have the spell Minor Illusion, and I can show you an exact replica of it once I see it.
Outstanding. Very, very well done.
That's what I took instead of prestidigitation.
I live in an anemone.
All right, don't hurt yourself, kid.
So yeah. So
Okay.
So is that the plan? Fuzzy is staying outside. Mixie, Trixie, and Ro.
If
are
anybody
going-
asks, dear, just tell them that they wouldn't let you in because you don't like to put your axe away.
That's fair.
and if they start asking too many questions, you can axe them right back.
Just jog their memory.
I think I doubled in too hard. It's a bad celebrity impersonation. That's what I say. All right.
I have envisioned him having a bit of Fezzik vibes, so I'm down with it. It's good.
He is our brute
Okay.
squad.
If that's the plan, then let us implement. Trixie, Mixie, and Ro, go ahead into the front doors. As going inside, you are once again presented with the let's see, museum locations at the front door. Yep, there in front of you is the information desk, currently unmanned or unwomaned, flanked by the two statues, and the large marble column in the center of the room.
He said
That's that's second floor.
I know.
Yep. Well, then fix it.
I'm getting there.
Okay. No.
God, John.
Around the room, you see milling some more people in some fancy garb. Conspicuously absent, however, are guards.
Probably because they're all getting mauled by. Methinks we might have taken care of our guard problem.
Fuzzy feels a little bad about
Let's
this.
see. Who else?
3 hot androgynous people walk into a museum. What happens next? Find out next time on the Tales of Mixie, Trixie, and Ro.
I mean, there was tentacles downstairs.
There
That's
was.
all I'm going to say.
Ro, this time as you step in through the doors, as you step on the carpet just inside the door, it gives a little bit.
The carpet gives a little bit.
Just when you step on it, it kind of gives a little bit more than you were expecting. That's all.
Okay.
Just like a trigger or something, or a sensor.
I mean, I guess I make a mental note of it. I have absolutely no idea what that means.
Okay.
Like a trap door, maybe. Loose floorboard. Tile missing.
And it's under the carpet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a little area carpet in front of the door.
Okay. I'm not gonna like lift up the carpet and look at it right now. So I just make a mental note of it.
Okay.
Boop, boop, ba-doo. Wow.
Oh, nice. I didn't realize that was like a full up. Different kind of mimic, huh? Like a water barrel mimic.
Yeah, the mini I took out was
Yeah,
some other kind of mimic.
Mimics can come in all shapes and sizes.
Yes.
I've even seen an entire room be the mimic.
That was going to be what I was going to do for a one-shot. A town full of mimics. The houses are mimics. The roads are mimics.
Ooh,
The cutlery is mimics.
brutal.
No.
The mimics are mimics.
Where would you like to go, and what would you like to do and see?
The gemstone display.
So you're going to head
I
straight
assume.
on up to the gemstone.
So I changed the map so we could change the map.
Good job.
I hate
Map
you
lady.
all.
Okay.
I hate you all. I have distaste for you.
I mean, if the mastermind directs us somewhere else, I will follow the mastermind's directions.
Do we see guards like headed towards the stairs that go downstairs?
You don't see any guards.
Okay.
Not here.
They're a little preoccupied.
Needing to come.
All right.
Okay. You head on up. You head on up the stairs.
Moving on.
Once again, you see the displays of intact skeletons of several large prehistoric monsters, including its most famous display, the large Allosaurus right there in the middle of the room.
Definitely not.
Its leather skin appearing supple to the touch,
Definitely not.
with the information placards and various other display cases. This time, to your left, you see the door to the gemstone wing is open, where there is one guard standing outside.
On guard.
One guard.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I could poison him.
I will.
Hold on, Greg. Jeez. I attack and kill the guard.
Murder hobo.
There's still a couple of people out here.
People are coming and going from that room because it's open now, right?
It is open now.
Yeah.
All very well-to-do people. You do see, a couple of regular patrons, not so well-dressed, being turned away by the guard.
Okay.
I will straighten out my dress and approach the guard. Invitation in hand.
Invitation in hand.
Yeah, we all have our invitations. We walk up in our fine clothes.
Okay.
12.50 gold for.
I only have 9 gold. Where'd you get 15?
Fuzzy's outside, like, I bet there's some really good
Yep,
food
standing.
up there.
We were given gold at the start of the adventure.
Oh, she gave it to us up front?
No, you just have your open.
We had our own. Like he gave us starting funds, didn't you?
Yeah, just what comes with your background.
You get starting funds both for, I think, class and background, because there's some in your starting
Right,
equipment.
we're something with
Yeah.
9 gold.
So, yep. Standing in front of the door is a very martial-looking woman, human woman, who sees you approach and very cordially said, "Welcome to the Varkenbuff Museum's gala. May I see your invitations?"
Absolutely.
Looks at your invitations, looks over the three of you and says, "Thank you. Please enjoy the gala."
Well, thank you.
Returns your invitation.
Enjoy your evening as well.
Okay.
And I walk in.
Okay. Into the gala.
I'm going to ask that guard. Excuse me, darling. Where's the privy?
Yes, the privies are right to your
Left.
your left, just straight on down there, and look to your right. You can't miss.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go to the privy while you guys
Go
go
to the privies.
into the gemstone wing.
All right.
So I can cast Detect Magic in the toilet.
I hope there's magic in the toilet.
The toilet is a mimic.
It bites your butt.
Magic duties.
Nightmare fuel.
Magic duties.
It preys on the poop of magic doers. Doers.
I would use that as a timestamp if I was doing trailers. Detect Magic in the toilet.
I take Mixie by the arm and jaunt in.
Okay.
Oh, yes. This is fun.
Come, dear sister.
I don't know if I appreciated that other thing, but I appreciate this.
The gemstone wing's oak doors open into a luxuriously appointed ballroom. Crimson tablecloths and fine china adore dining tables, and chandeliers sparkle overhead.
I want to swing from them.
Cabinets with glittering gemstones surround the space. At the wing's center is a marble pedestal bearing a peculiar light green stone. And... Okay, well, kind of... looking like that.
Ooh.
Noise.
John is showing us a picture.
Of the gala.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Neat.
It's very gallant.
And hey, I managed to do it this time without blowing up my tablet. Yeah. But
What do you
better.
have anyway? Is that a Surface or is that?
This is a Samsung
Okay.
Galaxy. Let's see. So, around the room, you do see various other noble-looking people all milling about. Let's see. All in all, probably a couple of dozen-ish people.
Dozenish.
Is there anything that you would like to do while you're in here?
We look a
There's some
hell of a lot
food.
bigger than those tables.
There are some people to hobnob with.
Examine
There's some music to listen
the
to.
area where the stone is, just to see.
Take a look. Okay. That's probably to be expected. You go over to look at the display of the
Shinies.
stone itself.
Yeah.
You do see the stone on its pillar, as expected. Where are we now? This has that light green stone with the rather curious markings on it. Let's see. As you're examining the stone and the pedestal, you do notice at the bottom of the pedestal some tiny glyphs carved into its base.
Oh. Ooh, magic. She didn't say it out loud. She was
Sounds
just,
like we
just had
Thinking it.
Thinking it really loud.
But maybe Trixie might have heard it. If she-
Yeah, Trixie's going to admire the glittering things
Admire the glittering.
before, taking note of the wares and house and what they're housed in, while also looking for important-looking people
Okay.
to talk to.
Does she notice when she's examining this, like, can she tell the level of spell? Not spell, but, like, if there's a trap on it in addition to?
Like a pressure plate or something
Yeah.
under the stone.
You might have to make an investigation check for that.
You
Not
actually
sure, though.
will need give me an intelligence arcana check.
Let's see.
See how much Nixie knows about a bit of arcane.
That's pretty good. Let's see. Intelligence, Arcana. So it's going to be 19.
19.
Nice.
You think, not really sure when, but you've probably seen similar kinds of rooms before. This particular one, in reading the runes, you get the impression of that if the stone is removed from the pedestal, the glyphs will trigger locks on all the doors in the room.
Oh. Interesting.
So,
Interesting indeed.
Pick up the stone, all the doors get locked. Gotcha.
The question is, if you replace it with something, will they unlock, or do we just have to find an alternative?
Click, click, click.
You have to do it at the same time, I would imagine. Like, one would have to go down.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Right.
didn't work for him, did it?
No, it didn't.
A big rock crashes through the museum wall.
I think that's the kind of trap that a museum wouldn't want to have.
Probably.
Destroy all the
But
exhibits.
familiar, there's more ways in that room.
So while I'm going to hobnob and talk to people and be, closely examining the room for possible entry, exits.
Since you're making circuits of the room, go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nat 20.
Nice.
So 23.
23. Okay. I need to reference the map.
The map.
The map.
Do you need this map?
No, I need my DM map.
DM map.
DM map, yes.
The dumb map. The dim map.
Which I can never find when I need
The
it.
dim map for the dim.
There we are. Okay. As you are kind of schmoozing around the room a little bit, you do note the secret passage, which
Is that this?
negative.
That?
Correct. Yep. The
Okay.
secret passage in the wall there. You kind of see the little seams and a little catch to open it.
Am I to assume, out of character, that would not lock? Or is that considered a door to the room?
You don't know.
Okay. So there's a secret passage. Okay.
There's a secret passage. You also, again, mentally note the vent that is up there
This is a vent?
as well. Yep.
Okay.
And the map doesn't actually say what the other thing is, so I'm just going to assume it's another.
So there's two potential ways
Well,
to...
I'm assuming this is the doors that we came in.
Correct.
And those are doors too?
Yes, that is also a normal set of doors.
Okay.
I apologize. I misread the map earlier when you were checking out the room.
I was going to say, like, you said that you told Roll there was no doors there.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I totally botched up last session.
That's all right.
But yes, there's a normal set of doors there, and in the middle there
So the
is
secret
passage.
door and the vent could both be ways out if they lock the doors.
Yeah.
If the doors are locked, I should say.
Could possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, and you are hobnobbing. So since you're hobnobbing,
Knob hobbing.
you find yourself at one point there. You find yourself talking with
Ruh-roh. He's rolling dice. I don't like this.
Rolling for characters.
An elf, a elf lady with a very
Stuck up nose.
stuck-up nose and a bit of a sneer, looking around at everyone. She introduces herself as Georgina Lucina van der Harahav. I expect you to remember it, dear.
John is trying to pronounce his name.
Vandertrump, got it. Yes.
There's a Vandylarahl. Vandylarahl.
Vanderlei, like is in Seinfeld.
Yes. I do find these kind of...
Georgie, got it. Yes.
these kinds of soirees so droll. I mean, my mining company, my father's mining company, but my mining company really, digs up gems 1,000 times the worth of these trinkets that they have on display.
1,000 times the worth, you say?
Indeed. Oh, these things are just so rustic. But, you know, we'll have to do this for the good of the company, I suppose.
Oh, indeed. Well, I mean, I do very much so enjoy the company. And, of course, there is the food, and it's very nice to see the gems on display and to let the general public enjoy them, don't you think?
I suppose, but the general public can go bash rocks for all I particularly care.
Oh.
As long as they're willing to. But there are, of course, the few cultured people, I see one or two around here at least have some of a decent eye for a few gems.
Well, as far as I can tell, if it weren't for the illusion of the gems themselves and the general public, as you say, there'd be no value in your gems at all if they did not like them.
I suppose you might have a bit of a point there, darling, but I don't know. But from what I hear...
Is there value in the gem itself, or is there value in the beauty that's seen in them?
Oh, the gem itself, darling, of course. Such beauty is intrinsic. Regardless of what uncouth eye is actually beholding them at the time. Which is why I find it so depressing that the museum keeps so many of its actually valuable gems hidden away all the time.
Hidden away, you say?
And, yeah, of course. From what I hear, all the good gems are kept down in the basement.
Oh, really?
Yes, although I don't know why the curator would stash them away so much. He must not trust his own guards around these gems.
Well, I mean, you can barely trust such that would have to resort to guarding things as a
yes.
Tell her
career.
to go to the basement.
What company did you say that you owned?
Oh, the Vandalahara Mining Company, of course.
Oh, of course. I don't know why I did not know that. Yes, the Vandalahara Mining Company. Were they part of the dig that found this precious?
Oh, no. We don't get into archaeology.
Oh, yes,
No.
of course. You know, I heard that one of the archaeologists that worked on this project was canned.
Do tell!
I heard that she thought it was some sort of weird space rock.
As if we couldn't tell what kind of rock it is just by looking at it.
I know.
Well, this has been a lovely chat, darling.
Yes, darling. Well, you know, if you ever need anything from my church, you should stop by.
We'll see. This does not look like you would attend the large church to the north, but we'll see.
Well, we are but a special church, so should you need anything done that might be out of the ordinary.
You'll keep it in mind. And she saunters off.
Trixie, did you enjoy talking to the pointy-nosed lady?
Keep your voice down.
Say it like it is.
She was just really annoying. I don't know what she
Shh, Pixie.
I will not.
All right. Let's pop on back to Ro. here.
Yeah, let's see what Ro's up
What
to.
is Ro up to?
A little after 10 minutes after Ro goes to the privy, Ro
What
walks,
did you eat?
Ro walks into the gemstone area with detect magic active.
Okay.
Activate. Form of eagle.
Shape of a big poop.
Wow.
Okay.
Dutiful.
Wow.
It's you're pretty quick to notice the transmutation magic around the pedestal itself.
Okay.
What surprised you a little bit more, actually, was a let's see. Let's see. The door that you walk through to get into the. I need more screens.
I think you need less screens.
I need like 6 different things up on.
That's
to
what
be able to
tabs are
reference.
for.
No, I've got multiple tabs here, but holy crap!
This is why Chris prints all his adventures.
Yeah, I know, but then I'm shuffling papers and still not finding anything.
This is why it's tough to be an ADHD DM. That's a lot of acronyms.
Okay.
I should write a book, ADHD DMing and me.
I don't want to distract you, John, but I'm wondering if like anything from the privies past the dinosaur thing and into the room was radiating with magic.
Should we go down and look at the
yep.
front again?
Well, actually, that's an excellent question.
I don't know.
I need more screens.
Should we go dig in the book again?
Let's roll that back a little bit then, and say as you are walking through the prehistoric predators exhibit, you notice auras around both the door to the gemstone wing,
Okay.
and also from the giant statue of an Allosaurus in the middle of the room
With the supple skin.
with the supple skin.
Does Ro tell us this?
Oh, hold on.
Oh boy. Are we going to activate a dinosaur?
I cast Cure Dinosaur.
That would be a pretty epic distraction.
So the dinosaur figure in the middle of the room is radiating an aura, and the doors to the gemstone wing of the room are radiating an aura. Can you tell me what the auras are and what school of magic they are?
Nothing specific from the statue, but give me an intelligence arcana check.
Intelligence Arcana check. All right, here we go. I got a 16.
Okay. What you see on that statue is that it is obviously a construct
Okay.
with controls nearby on the pedestal.
Robot chicken. Robot prehistoric chicken.
Animatronic dinosaur.
Yeah. You find a small hatch on the side with that a quick examination shows you that there's buttons inside it.
Inside on a pedestal, you said?
On the side of the pedestal, yep.
Side of the pedestal. Okay.
Maybe we can use that.
Cool. That's kind of neat.
Leave
Yeah.
some stuff.
And as for the door is
It's just what you told Greg, right? So.
not quite. No, not the door.
Oh, no, he saw the things on the pedestal. Sorry.
He saw the glyphs on the pedestal.
Yes.
You see an abjuration spell on the door.
Abjuration prevents or reverses harmful effects. Not sure why.
So might be to
Taking
prevent
a
us
thing.
from hurting people inside the room.
Oh, yeah.
Could be, yeah.
No violence allowed. But I like violence.
Although we can't tell you that because we don't know.
No.
Okay. Abjuration
Retcon.
aura on the doors. Okay. All right. So I walk through the doors. Does the detect magic suddenly drop as I walk through the door?
Nope.
Okay.
No,
curious if
at this
that was-
point, you also, again, notice the pedestal that the stone is on, and it is... radiating transmutation magic.
Okay. Given the width of the room, I can detect magic within 30 feet of me. So, I kind of do like a small circle around the room because I can hit everything. I can hit all the walls and everything. Is there anything else in this room that's magical?
Nope, not that you can see.
Okay.
Except for the stone
Except for the
itself,
stone
which is nondescript.
Okay.
Unknown. Unidentified magical object.
Okay.
UMO.
So I find
Umo.
Trixie and Mixie.
Good
And
job.
I,
On your way to go find them.
okay.
Oh, you're gonna find your friend.
Bro, I knew you'd make it. I'm a dwarf.
I have a Scottish accent. I'm a dwarf.
Oh, hello, Dr. Stonecrusher. How are you?
Oh, couldn't be better. Couldn't. Just looking around at some of these fine examples of our rocks, some of dwarven craftsmanship and various
Stones.
other rocks that we come across.
Does he have any auras on him?
He does not have an aura.
No magic rings or anything?
Except drunkenness.
A little bit.
No,
He has an aura of whiskey.
An aura of red cheeks.
no, he is not a completely stereotypical dwarf, even though Stonecrusher. Yes. He's not quite drunk yet.
Yeah.
Well, yes, the dwarven craftsmanship, of course, is wonderful, darling.
Sit there.
I'm just looking for a couple of my friends who came in ahead of me. Of course, it's wonderful to see you, too.
Oh, well, that won't keep you too long then. But just looking at all these stones, it just makes me sad, though. I've heard this museum has fallen on hard times lately.
Why is that, darling?
Various people say different things. Some people say the curator is not the best at his job. Other people say the curator is too good at his job, if you catch my drift.
I think so, darling.
But I mean, I've heard that they've all kinds of ores and gems down in the basement that they could just sell. You'd think. I don't know why the module's driving you down there so hard.
I know, the module's trying so hard to get us to go to the basement.
Couldn't imagine.
Interesting.
Why would we fight that deadly thing?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
that was
don't
a
know.
huge reward. I think you have a very strong.
Well, thank you for sharing that
Good
information,
thing we
darling.
sent all of the guards down there to fight it for us.
Mic drop, cool shades, hog life glasses.
Cleric life for the win.
Will you be at the Happy Goat tomorrow, darling?
I think I probably could be. That's a pretty nice tavern.
Very good. Well, I will see you then. I must find my friends.
Of course.
Okay.
I know you gave me the invitation, but I'm here to find my friends.
You're of little interest in me now. I already got what I want from you.
So, in my investigation and looking at the vents too, did those have any kind of things on those?
They look like a vent.
But no glyphs or anything.
Not that you can see around the vents. No.
Okay.
Good to know, good to know.
So I tell you about the construct. I tell you about the aura around the doors. I
Mechanical dinosaur.
Yeah.
I talk about the pedestal, although you seem to already know that.
You probably
Yes, I
already
did
told
see
your
that
sister what you
already.
knew about that.
What does that mean as far as that magic you're talking about?
Well, you know, Greg. You made the roll that if the stone is removed, it's going to lock the
Because you
doors.
actually made the really good Arcana check.
Yeah,
Give yourself
you
credit.
know exactly what it's going to do.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess I forgot that for a while. Second.
Nixie, darling, you really must remember to think clearly before you ask questions.
Sigh.
How much, what blocks, detect magic?
And
1 foot of stone, dirt, or wood, 1 inch of metal, or a thin sheet of lead. I'm curious if anything through the wall would radiate, but it'd have to be 1 foot of stone, dirt, or wood. Or
those
1
walls
inch.
are definitely more than a foot thick.
Okay, I kind of figured. But those are doors over there now, right?
Those are regular doors now.
Those are regular doors now. So
Over
that-
there.
That's a
Yeah.
door that's actually visible? over
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
It's the secret passage there that we uncovered.
So I told everybody about the dagger and the hand axe.
yeah.
So I want to go into that room and just confirm that they are giving off an aura. I mean, if they're not, they're not. But
Yeah, you don't have too much trouble going and slipping out the room. It looks like more of
I could stay in here and make sure that I
Servant's door,
could create a
but,
diversion if anybody's like weird about him slipping through.
I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
for what?
I'm just a patron.
the tech
it's-
magic
it's,
lasts 10 minutes, right? It's got a long
Yeah,
count.
it's probably going to run out after I check
I
this.
mean, would you check the plate up down at the front, or is that too long a walk? I don't know how big the space is.
I don't know. I'm not worried about
Yeah.
that right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see if I can see if the weapons are magical or not.
Yeah, I mean, you're a rich patron. You can do whatever you want.
Sure.
As far as most of the people are concerned. So, yeah, you have no trouble slipping out the door. And yes, both the axe and the dagger do radiate a generic magic.
Okay. And I'm just going to go back in. I'm going to kind of look around the room a little bit and then go back in and stay with them. I'm going to take a long, hard look at the stone so I can use minor illusion to make a copy of it for Fuzzy later.
Okay, let's take a break from the gala for a moment and let Fuzzy have a little fun.
Oh, boy.
So you are hobnobbing around the outside of the museum. You're kind of keeping an eye on a satchel and stuff like that. There are, of course, a few gentle folk around there. I didn't know if you wanted to spend some time to hobnob with them out there, or if there's anything particularly you want to
I
try
think
to
he'll
accomplish.
probably he might be trying to play his flute and kind of keep to himself, just kind of be on the sidelines more so than in the thick of it.
So just trying to not draw attention to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Then if
Keeping
not-
an eye on things, looking for something crazy, looking for more like disheveled, beaten up people popping up from the alley that goes to the loading dock.
Making sure no mimics come jumping down the alley.
I'm wondering now if we could have lured it into the museum.
I wanted to lure it out into the alley. So we could fight it out there quietly, but
It's okay.
If you need a distraction, I know where
Your
there's a big
sister got
mechanical
herself knocked out.
robot
And I don't know
dinosaur.
what to say.
Okay. Well, if you think of something that you want to do, just go ahead and pipe in.
Sure, I'll let you know. I'm trying not to
roll
cough
with
my
it.
head off here, so
I understand.
forgive me for being more withdrawn tonight. But
That's okay then.
he would normally, if someone approached him, he would talk their ears off. If it's anyone he knows from the museum, he would talk their ears off. He's there playing flute. Maybe he's painting a little bit. He's just doing stuff to be kind of like a street fixture, like so many I'm sure that there are in the city. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, then back to the gala. After you're there for a little bit of while, you do see two guards come in to the gala. One walks up to this very pompous-looking elf, male elf, and kind of whispers something to him. The elf kind of scowls a little bit and waves the guard off. The other one just kind of takes up a post
In this room?
in this room.
Such your
After waving off the guard, the guard also takes up a post on the opposite end of the room.
So not.
So there's a guard outside and two guards inside?
Correct.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, I just... I hang out with the two of them, and I get a good look at the stone, and then when we're ready to go, we're ready to go.
I continue to hobnob. I'm curious, since we haven't met the curator. I'm assuming it was probably that dude, but I would like to confirm. And again, find out as much as we can about what else is being hidden here at this old museum.
Okay.
And it's a female now.
Is this the same pompous elf that she was talking to?
No.
A different pompous
There's
elf.
different pompous elf.
Two pompous elves.
Oh, shocking.
Yeah.
Pompous elves everywhere.
Stereotypes.
Okay, I take note of this woman that was talking to the guard, so I know what she looks like.
Okay. And you approach her. She says, "Welcome to the gala. I hope you are enjoying the festivities here as we unveil our latest archaeological find."
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. This is indeed a most extravagant find. You have a wonderful collection here.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yes, it took quite a bit of work to get it.
The Vander Floffer collection pales in comparison to what I'm seeing here tonight.
Oh, I'm glad you have such a discerning eye. May I have the pleasure of your name?
Of course you may. My name is Sophie van Lichtenstein.
Oh, welcome, Sophie. Miss Van Lichtenstein.
I love it.
Has to go to Father Mulcahy.
If there is anything any questions that you have,
I can't remember what our church is. It's still Lix.
Oh,
to Tyr?
To Tyr.
Tyr. I'm from one of the more local churches, the Church of Tyr.
Oh, yes. The large church of Tyr up by Vatican Way, whatever the name is.
Oh, yes, of course.
No.
But yes!
Oh,
Yes,
don't
she
want to
says,
know the real one.
shaking her head.
oh, that's wonderful. I have been wanting to get to know that church a little bit better. I have obviously made my donations as befitting of a citizen of this fine city.
Of course. Donations must be made to the whomever you believe is the appropriate place, and I'm not here to make any kind of influences in the way of the church. I just wanted to enjoy the latest find and celebrate the achievements of our city and this fine establishment.
Of course. Well, I'm glad that you're enjoying your stay. Please help yourself.
Am I right in understanding that you are the curator of this collection?
Oh, absolutely. I apologize. I did not introduce myself. I am Alda Arkin, and I am indeed the curator of this fine museum.
Well, it is nice to finally meet you. I've heard many, many great things about you tonight.
Of course you have.
No, I haven't. But really not.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
How much money is she wearing?
That's 18, sir.
Okay, good enough. I'll hold that for a moment. All right, so, let's see. Well, like I said, I do hope you enjoy the festivities.
Well, I do not mean to keep you. I'm sure you're very, very busy tonight.
Yes, it's very busy.
Yes.
Pardon. As she steps away.
Curtsies gracefully.
As she steps away, you notice that she seems to be keeping a careful hold of a clutch.
Like a purse.
Yeah, it's kind of like a purse.
Hand purse.
Yeah, little hand purse.
That's what a clutch is.
And seems to be a little bit protective of it.
The ladies of the table know what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's like it's a mini purse.
Yes, it's a handheld
Yes,
purse.
it's what you use when you're dressed
You
up and
clutch
don't have
onto it.
pockets.
That's why it's called a clutch.
Got a little wristband.
Clutch it. Yes.
I'm learning things.
Yes.
Now, what did you lose by shoving that into your head?
5th grade math.
Because we're all in that age range at this point. I before E, except after oh no.
So I don't want to steal any thunder from Trixie, but I'd like to talk to that woman as well. I mean, we don't necessarily have to role play it all out. I just want to strike up a casual conversation, just to hear the sound of her voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have too much trouble with that. She's smoozing just like everybody else.
I smooze a little bit,
And you can schmooze back.
and then I move on to somebody else. Just
Okay.
so I get a sense of how she, her mannerisms and the way she talks and stuff.
Does
I
anybody wanna do anything?
highly doubt that she noticed that we were here together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Does anybody want to do anything while he's schmoozing with
I
the
feel like I
curator?
want to steal her.
Oh no, Greg!
I think you were
Do
told
it.
that information for a reason.
Yes.
Oh,
I think it's happening.
Oh boy.
While he,
You better get
While
yourself
he's-
boosted up by Trixie before you.
Yeah.
if you wish to attempt that, very well. And while Ro is talking up the curator, you try to slip your hand into that clutch.
No.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand roll.
Oh boy.
do I see her like
Make the
gears
move.
turning that I would have enough time to try to help her with that? Like cast guidance on that check?
What's the range? Guidance is touch. Yeah.
It's touch.
Or does he do it while one of them has her distracted? That would be the other question too.
I would think I wouldn't know that you're about to do it because you're not going to announce it.
Or even if you did, you're kind of not within touch range.
Yeah.
They've wandered around.
She is very distracted by talking to Ro, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Ro is quite beautiful.
Okay. And I did look up the rules for this.
If I see Mixie moving close to the person I'm talking to, I will play it up a little bit. Oh yes, have you heard about this and that and blah blah blah?
Right.
And
I
I'll
think
really
it
play it up.
gets you
Oh,
to an
your fine
advantage
clothes are
on
so
your
beautiful.
sleight of hand.
Oh, those rings, they're fabulous.
Look at mine.
I need to verify the rules.
I don't know. John's looking at it right
According
now
to
to see
rules.
how hard you can cheese it with your roguiness with your very
Part of the
beautiful
shot is
friend
because you
distracting
specified that
the
people
lady.
looking in certain directions actually matters. So I'm trying to keep her attention on me.
Yep, I get you. Let's see.
Hit John over the head with his own rules.
It's almost like I said that for a reason.
Open Pandora's box. We're gonna bust through that door like the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's right. It's versus their passive perception. So, you need your stats. Okay, give me your sleight of hand roll.
Okay. Ooh, 18. So 18 plus 7.
Oh,
Oh, that's a really good
Brought his
roll.
A game.
Okay,
Rogue be Rogan.
Alda's clutch. Okay. You very carefully slip your hand into the clutch, grab hold of whatever is in there,
And just walk past.
and just walk past her and slide it out. When you have a moment to look at your gains, you find you have a map of the guards' stations after hours.
cool.
You have yourself a master key.
Oh, good job, Greg.
Nice.
And you
Nice.
find a weird little card that has the museum's symbol on it.
So probably a key card, yeah.
I just did a little dance over here.
Oh, yeah, you dancing. He dancing. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we basically got
Mixie,
what we need.
she dancing,
for
she dancing.
everything. All right. So are you like, hey sis, let's go? I mean, we're winding down, I think, on what people
This
need
is a
to do.
boring party. I think I want to go home.
Why don't you head on ahead, and I'll be right there.
Oh, that's right. Fuzzy's outside. I'll go say hi to I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I know, but there's lots of people around
Under your breath,
us.
you better be. Yeah.
So she goes away.
You gonna walk out
Okay.
with Ro, or
So
is
you
Ro
head
still
on
schmoozing?
So you head on out from the gala.
And once I see that Mixie's done with their business, I will excuse myself from the curator and I will leave a couple minutes after Mixie does.
Okay. You also slip out of the gala.
I'll be the last to leave because I don't want us to all leave together and make it look.
But I did make sure
Yeah.
I put something in her pocket that matches what she would think would be in there.
Like weight-wise?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you go ahead and head on out of the gala as the hours tick away. It's nearing 8 o'clock when the gala was going to be wrapping up anyway. So you head out of the museum and meet up again with Fuzzy.
Okay.
And I think that is where we're going to leave it.
Sure,
for tonight.
yeah. Pull off to an alley where nobody can see us.
Shall we go maybe get a bite to eat?
Sounds wonderful, darling.
Somewhere.
We go find a McDonald's to eat
Shawarma, man. Shawarma.
in our fancy gowns.
Maybe a drink or two.
Right.
Some bubbly.
All right.
Excuse me.
Any other last business before we sign off?
Don't think so.
I don't think so.
I mean, he's going to work on the replica. I'm assuming that'll be more the start of the next adventure. It's up to you. Well, once he can
Time is
produce-
ticking.
Once ever we get to a place where we can't be seen by everybody walking by us, whether it's the back corner of a restaurant or an alley, he's going to
So
have
we have
row.
4 hours from 8 to midnight, right?
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah, 4
basically,
hours
it's
to
like-
do what we need
So
to do.
does the
Get back
museum
in there.
close at 8 to clarify context?
You can it's easy enough to find that out. That yes,
Yeah.
the museum is closing up at 8 at the end of the
Okay,
gala.
so basically, yeah.
At which point you will have 4 hours before the egg hatches.
All right, off to the alley, re-equip ourselves, ditch the fancies, start working on the stone. Give Mixie all the high
seats out
fives for
underneath.
her score. Right.
Ro looks fabulous in a cat suit.
Fuzzy does not.
Tufts of hair sticking out of like
It's
ribs.
all like
It's all
bumpy from all the fur.
Oh my goodness.
That looks weird. I think maybe
Right?
Fuzzy's wearing coveralls.
A little bit of the dad bod. The physique is not bad, but then like the poof of like all the fluff on the
all the
arms,
chest
outside
fluff
the
coming out the
sleeves,
top.
out of the neck. It's like a cat with a lion cut, right?
You're welcome for that visual.
All righty, let's go ahead and say goodnight to the listeners. Good night, everyone.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave us a review anywhere this podcast can be found. Our social media links, plus additional content, can be found on our website at knightsofroleplay.com. Please tell your friends about Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast, and spread the word through social media. Your help and support are greatly appreciated.